So I'm giving it a try. So I thought I'd pop in and say hello to everybody. Hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day. And I'm really excited about some of the things I'm doing. There's some new work coming. I have a podcast series that's going to come out that's about our soul arc. And this is some work that I've been developing around the way that we actually have a trajectory and a map, sort of an architecture of our life. And I'm really most focused on the trajectory of the seasons that exist for midlife, starting at 40 all the way to your second Saturn return. And so I'm calling it a soul arc. And it is the map of the seasons of your life and what each of those seasons is designed to enhance within you as you move towards your second Saturn return. And this is most interesting to me because I'm right on the cusp of the beginning of my second Saturn return. And it's been important to me because as I've been living through my early 50s and into mids, I'm like, there's no way I want to hit second Saturn return and not have it figured out. Because one, I'm a Capricorn and I know what Saturn can do if you haven't done your work. It's intense. And having finished my Chiron return, which happens around 49 to 51, that's especially intense. And so this got me going recently over the last 6 months or so. What's exactly going on for us at these times, and how can we use them to leverage those opportunities? If we think of it as curriculum, a season of curriculum, what is it that I'm here to develop in that time? Not so much what's your lesson, but what am I internally, spiritually, physically, like emotionally, the way that I create designed to, what am I here to develop? Because that's what we're here to do, is how are we developing our soul? How are we developing ourselves as a human, living a soul experience, basically? How do we develop ourselves? And there are some very clear pathways. And I've been mapping a lot of things to our North Node, which is fascinating to learn because it's the exact opposite of everything we feel comfortable with. So if you go back to your 40s and you remember the feeling in your 40s, like, what the hell? It feels like the things you chose were good and you wanted them, and then they're not, and then they fit, but they don't fit, and then you feel a call to something else, and you, as you're moving toward it, so you're like everything just feels hazy for it felt like for my whole 40s. So that's intentional because it's that time that we're beginning to shift into living from living toward development of the skills of our soul dharma, of our soul path, of our North Node. So that's part of what I'm discussing in this series upcoming because I want everyone to kind of be able to see it mapped out and then have resources to think about, how do I think about this? How do I develop myself? How do I look at this as an organized development? Because in the process of going through it, sure doesn't feel organized. It never did for me. And there was no way to figure it out. I wasn't able to find resources. I did a ton of inner work. I did a lot of development. I did a lot of learning. I took courses. I took programs. You probably did too. And the truth is, it was all good, but it is so much nicer when you kind of know that there's a trajectory and you're moving towards something, even if the outcome is not fully known, you just know that there's a map. And it provides so much more ease and you don't judge yourself as much through that. So I'm really excited about that. That's what's going to be coming out straight away. And then I have a program I'll be announcing probably in the next week or two, that'll be starting in September. So those are the big things I'm developing while I'm here. Just wanted to share with everybody. I appreciate you. You'll be seeing some more, hearing more from me. I won't probably do video podcasts. I'll probably do audio podcasts and pop in for lives. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.